quiet and pay attention. If I have to tell you one more time. Hi, y'all.
Hi.
Welcome to Holiday Baking with Heather and Bob in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
What is baking exactly, you say? Baking is nothing but chemistry. It's all chemistry. You take some of this and you add some of that and you mix it all together and you come out with some product. And that's what we're going to do. Now, historically, and I do mean historically,
Indeed.
I have been making the same traditional Christmas cookies for my family for a long, long time. Some of them 50 plus years. Some of them a little bit less, but they're all family favorites, and we are going to invite you to see and enjoy our 3 family favorites. We're going to have Blue Angels.
Yum.
We're going to have traditional Biscochitos. And we're going to have peppermint candy cane cookies. Woo!
So stick with us.
Stay with us and enjoy. I wish you could partake of some of the fruits of this. Well, not fruits, cookies, but it'll be lovely. And
come see us. We'll save you one.
Yeah. Bye, y'all.
See ya.
Bye. So the first cookies that we're going to prepare are our Blue Angels. Our sweet, yummy, delicious Blue Angels. These cookies I've been making about 25 years. And they're named after, can you guess? They are named after a 1955 Robin's Egg Blue Cadillac that we proudly owned. And the first year that we owned that car, we called it the Blue Angel. So the first year we owned that car, Christmas time rolled around. I was going to make holiday decorated cookies, and I said, you know what, I think I'd like to make some angels. Oh, I should make them blue. Oh, I guess I'll call them
Blue
Angels.
Cookies.
And so that's how they came into being. This year, the Blue Angels, in celebration and memory of someone that we love dearly, will be Purple Angels. But we'll still make some blue ones, just for tradition's sake. Because you know, tradition is very important in the middle of nowhere and anywhere. So enjoy. Bye, y'all.
See ya.
Good morning, everyone. It's a different day from yesterday to make a really good batch of Blue Angel cookies. It takes a while. So one of the key secrets to making the best decorated cookies, spritz cookies, any kind of those cookies, is after you mix the dough, it's really critical to shape it and then put it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours, preferably overnight, which is what I've always done, is overnight. And then when you take it out the next day, it's like as hard as a rock, like a brick. So you gotta let it come back to room temperature. But there's, speaking of chemistry class, there's something very important about what goes on in the refrigerator with the dough. There's some kind of chemical mystery that happens that makes it so that you can then manipulate it and it adheres and sticks together and makes, supposedly what we're aiming for, the perfect Blue Angel cookie. So now I have my big block of dough, which has come to room temperature. And what I'm simply going to do, because I can't manage, so now we have our block of sugar cookie dough. So because I can't manage this whole thing at once, I'm going to probably cut it in half. I'll see if I can manage half, because this was a quadruple recipe of Blue Angel cookie dough. So we'll set that aside, and then we're going to start working with this. And what we have to do today is roll it out, cut the cookies, bake the cookies, then we gotta let them cool completely again before we start decorating. So what we're gonna do is just work with this dough to try to get it pliable again. So as you see here, I've been manipulating the dough, kind of like working with Play-Doh, sort of, to get it pliable enough that I can then start rolling it out. I have to work in smaller sections because it's a lot of dough here to deal with. And so you just roll it out, but the secret again to making the best Blue Angel cookies is you don't roll them out too thin. Don't want them to be too thin. Don't know if you can see, but that's still fairly thick. And that's how I do the rollout for the Blue Angels. And then I'll show you how I will cut for Blue Angel or two. This is just hand cut shapes. And there's the wings, and there's the body. These are a bit thick, but thicker the better, I say. And there you have the start of a Blue Angel cookie. There's the cookies cut out, ready to bake. Your hope and prayer is they don't spread into one giant cookie. So, come on. Come on. They bake for about 7 to 10 minutes. And I use 350 because I don't want them to bake too fast and turn too crispy. They're not supposed to be crispy. They're supposed to be soft. So there you go. See you in 10. Hi. Still working on them. We just have a few more, to bake. And then we'll let them cool. And then the party really gets started.
Is that the last batch?
This is the last batch, indeed.
How can you tell when they're done?
Well, number one, you set your timer and they've been in there, 3 times as long as you set your timer for. These are really thick cookies, so they take longer than normal. And number two, when you touch them inside the oven, you don't want to leave an impression. You just want to feel it kind of like a little bit spongy. And you definitely don't want to touch it and have it go whoosh, because then they're totally not done. And the other way I tell is you see how their noses turn brown? A tiny bit of brown around, or, well, slightly brown on the bottom. That's what you want. You want just light browning. You don't want it to turn all brown. Because then it wouldn't, I don't know, it would be they would just turn into really hard cookies like a dog biscuit or something. You want them to be soft. So that's how you tell they're done. And those are our last batch. Of Blue Angel. We still have another phase to go through with the Blue Angels, though. Ouch. And that would be the decoration phase, the adornment phase.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that. That'll be some shenanigans, I guarantee. Bye, y'all. Hi. C'est tout, c'est complet. The Purple Angels 2022. Can't wait to eat them all up. They're a little whimsical and primitive. But hey, that's how we roll in the middle of nowhere. On to the next cookie tomorrow. Bye, y'all. Good morning, everyone. This is day 3 of cookie baking. We're starting a new one today. We're going to work on bizcochitos. Now, we were born and raised and lived in New Mexico virtually all of our lives until just a couple years ago. And bizcochitos are a staple, particularly at Christmas time in New Mexico. But the best bizcochitos I ever ate was from Salazar's Bakery in Los Alamos. when I was growing up. And they had Bisco Cheetos that were this thick, the way Bisco Cheetos are supposed to be, don't you know? And they were so delicious. And when I was 14 years old, with my home economics class, we went to Albuquerque to PNM, Public Service Company of Albuquerque's home economics department, where they had the kitchen, where they would do baking demonstrations and whatnot. And I don't recall exactly what they were baking or doing, but one thing we did, I do remember and cherish to this day from them. They gave us a cookbook. Gave everybody who went there a cookbook. And my original copy is in a plastic bag saved away, glued together pages of grease and Bisco Cheeto dough and whatever. I happened to find another copy of it, luckily, one time at a thrift store, but it's the same thing that we were given. And the first thing I opened that book to when I got home was Bisco Cheetos. Then I had to talk my mom into buying the ingredients for me so I could try making them, and she did, and I did. And that was 52 some odd plus or minus years ago, and I've been making Bisco Cheetos ever since. And they are a family favorite, and they are delicious. There's a few secrets to them, just like with the sugar cookies. Don't roll them out thin. Bisco Cheetos aren't supposed to be thin, people. Pay attention. Bisco Cheetos are supposed to be biscuit-like, thick and yummy, and savory and soft and delicious, and like you feel like you've eaten a meal after you've eaten a Bisco Cheeto. So come on, join us. We'll prepare some Bisco Cheetos. Feliz Navidad, everybody. Adios. Hi, so we're back. We got our Bisco Cheeto first batch. I'll probably make another batch of these because, you know, everybody likes them. But this is the Bisco Cheeto cookie cutter I use traditionally, a little flower shape. And then the toppings this year, although I have tried many different toppings, traditional Bisco Cheeto topping is cinnamon, canela, and sugar. Cinnamon sugar topping for traditional, the way everybody recognizes and remembers Bisco Cheetos. Smells so good. The other topping I do is Chimayo chili, straight from Chimayo, New Mexico. Red chili and sugar. And you just mix it up like you would cinnamon and sugar. And then these ones I call Chimayo Cheetos. We'll get to cutting them and then we'll show you where we're at with them. Buenos dias. Adios. Hi everybody. Phew. Bisco Cheetos. Done. We have Chimayo Cheetos. We have Tradicional cinnamon and sugar Bisco Cheetos. And the house smells like heaven on earth. And this is what I'm gonna have for dinner. Hasta la vista. Mañana. Hi everyone. This is day 4 of our cookie baking extravaganza, holiday cookie baking extravaganza. Can you guess what kind of cookies we're gonna make this time? Can't guess, pay attention. These are the coveted, fought over, precious, delicious peppermint candy cane cookies. Now, we don't know if they're really the most coveted of the cookies we've shown you so far, but it's a complicated recipe. It involves a lot of time, patience, and understanding of cookie dough. It takes 2 recipes put together to make these luscious cookies, and so therefore I generally make fewer of them, so maybe that's why they're fought over, or maybe they are everyone's favorite. I don't know. Put your favorite in the comments and then we'll see. Whichever cookie doesn't get any votes is going to be taken off the list forever. Not really, just kidding. We love our cookies. So, come with us and see how this is done. Bye, y'all. Here's half of the candy canes cookie dough. Just like with any other cookie dough that has butter particularly, it's always a good idea to refrigerate it for some random period of time. This will be refrigerated overnight like I usually do. Then it needs to be brought back to room temperature before you can manipulate the dough too. But there is some magic that goes on in the refrigerator with butter, y'all. Did you see what I did there? Butter, y'all. Anyway, that's what you do. That's what I do anyway. And people don't usually complain. So there you go. Bye. Second half of the candy cane cookies, the white or the non-colored part of the candy cane cookies, are done, going into the chiller.
Heather,
What?
what are you doing?
I'm making cookies. What does it look like I'm doing?
Looks like you're hammering.
I am. What's it to you?
What are you hammering?
Stuff for the cookies.
You're making cookies, really?
Yes, I'm making cookies.
Well, at least you're wearing safety glasses.
This is the secret to peppermint candy cane cookies, buddy.
Well, show me.
Peppermint.
Well, look at that.
Bye, y'all. Good morning, everyone.
Hi.
This is day 500 of the holiday cookie baking extravaganza from the middle of nowhere. And here you see, here's our candy cane cookie. We're just gonna put it in the oven like this and sprinkle some peppermint on top, and it's right?
And say a few incantations.
But we're fixing to wrap this show up. And we hope you enjoy the ride with us on Candy Cane Island. See you in a few minutes. Bye, y'all.
See ya.
The coveted peppermint cookies are ready to go into the oven for 7 to 10 minutes. Pay attention, y'all. This is my plug. It's not necessarily for this brand of parchment paper, but for any parchment paper. I would say any type of cookie baking that you do, you should use parchment paper. If your pans are old like mine and they're black and sort of dark, you know, because you've had them for 50 years, you got to use parchment paper so your cookies do not stick. You do not want your cookies to stick to the pan, because then they break when you try and it's so frustrating, and then you're not having any fun at all. But if you use parchment paper, I would guarantee it will prevent that problem on old pans, new pans, Teflon, non-stick, any type of pan. If you're baking cookies, invest in yourself some parchment paper so you don't have to make ugly faces and swear words. Okay. Hi, y'all. And
Hi.
that, as you say, is a wrap for the holiday extravaganza cookie baking episode number, I don't know. This is 11? I don't know. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Hope you paid attention. And we hope you vote on which cookie is your favorite and put it in the comments. And we're looking forward to seeing your family traveling soon. Please be careful on your holiday travels. And for anyone else that's traveling, stay well, stay healthy, happy holidays, happy New Year, and we'll see you some more.
Be safe out there.
From the middle of nowhere.
Love you guys.
Happy New Year. Bye, y'all.
Bye. See ya.